Hi. Namaste, my dear children. So, I hope you people are doing good, great. So, yes, today I am going to start your first chapter. This is the class for 9th standard second language English, and your first chapter is The Enchanted Pool, right? So, I would like to explain this story right now. I hope you people have watched that link which I had sent already. So in the description once again you can find out that link once again to see what happened there exactly, the serial episode. So in this enchanted pool, so the meaning of enchanted is that ಮಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಂತ್ರಿಕವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕೊಳದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಥೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ which was narrated by which is already narrated in Mahabharata. So the same story is narrated by C. Rajgopalachari. So his excerpt is given in this chapter. So in this syllabus, the first chapter is given by his excerpt. So what happens in this story? So very beautiful story which gives so many lessons for our life, my dear friends. So exactly, I hope you might know this Mahabharata, the story of Mahabharata, what happens there after losing everything in that Ludo game, that game was which was played by the Pandavas and Kauravas. After losing everything, Pandavas, they went into the forest to live there itself, right? So once what happens in the 12th year of that forest, when they were staying in the forest, in that 12th year, one incident take place there. So that incident was like this. The Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, Arjuna, along with Draupadi, everybody they were wandering here and there in that forest, and suddenly they found a deer and they went in pursuit of that deer. So after crossing some path, after crossing some distance, so what happens, suddenly they feel thirsty. So because of that heavy sunshine, so they started feeling thirsty. So Yudhishthira asks Nakula to climb a tree and to see here and there if anywhere he could find some water. So he just climbs the tree and he sees around there. So suddenly he sees some cranes and some sort of cranes, the birds which were flying there. So suddenly after seeing that, he finds that somewhere if crane is there means water must be there. So I will go and find it out. He just tells to Yudhishthira and starts walking there towards that place where the cranes were flying. So he goes there and he finds one small pond there. So he was very thirsty. So instead of taking that water in that quiver, ಸೊ ಕ್ವೀವರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಬತ್ತಳಿಕೆ, ಆ ಬಾಣಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಬತ್ತಳಿಕೆ ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವೀವರ್, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಡಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು quench his thirst first. So first he goes to drink the water. So suddenly there was a bodiless voice. So there was a voice where there was no form. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಒಂದು ಧ್ವನಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ತರಹದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ he listens to that voice, he hears that voice. That voice says that this pond belongs to me, so before drinking the water you have to answer all my questions and then you can drink the water. So this Nakula, he thinks that simply this voice must be his, he might be listening, and he did not heed that particular voice. So without paying any attention, he just drinks the water because he was very thirsty. So after drinking the water, suddenly he started feeling drowsy and he fell down there itself. So here all the people, his brothers, they were waiting there. So Yudhishthira asks Sahadeva that Nakula went to bring the water but he couldn't return. So I think he had met some difficulties there. So you also go and check out. So what happened there? So like the same way Sahadeva comes near that pond, he saw there his brother lying down there itself, without any consciousness. And once again when he also goes to drink the water, the same voice, it says that please answer all my questions and then you can drink the water. Once again the same thing he also does, because he was also very thirsty, so he wanted to quench his thirst first. So he drinks the water. Sahadeva also fell like the same, like how Nakula was had fallen down there, no, like the same way he also falls there itself without any consciousness. So after this what happens, Nakula, Sahadeva also went, they did not also return. Here Yudhishthira started becoming like he was thinking that what happened there. He was anxious to know what is happening there, why these people after going to bring the water, why they are not coming. So he also tells to Bhima to go there towards that pond and to look after that. Bhima also goes there, same thing he also does. He also drinks the water and he also falls down there itself. So like the same way Yudhishthira asks Arjuna to go, and when Arjuna comes there, he saw all the three of his brothers lying down there itself, and he was suddenly shocked to see them unconscious. And he was also, as because of that thirsty, he was also thirsty. First he wanted to quench his thirst, so he also put his hands inside the water. Suddenly the same voice, the bodiless voice, once again it also warned that Arjuna not to drink the water without answering the questions. But Arjuna got angry. Who are you? Just he started asking that, who are you? Why you are doing like this? What happened to my brothers? So you are the main reason to do this? Okay, then see what I will do. He will just take one arrow from his quiver and he will just shot the sharp arrow in the direction of the voice from where it was coming. But it couldn't harm anything for that bodiless voice. So that bodiless voice started laughing at Arjuna and said that you can't do anything for me because I am bodiless. So after listening that, he was very anxious and he was very angry, and even though he did not heed that warning of that Yaksha, the person bodiless voice, and once again he also drank the water to quench his thirst, and he also fell down like the same way as all the brothers were lying down. So now Yudhishthira, after all the four brothers went but they did not return, so Yudhishthira now comes near that pond. So when Yudhishthira see that all the four brothers, they were lying down without any consciousness, he was surprised to see that. So now what happens, Yudhishthira also wanted to quench his thirst, so he also takes some water from that pond, and suddenly he hears that sound, that voice, where body was not there, sirf voice was there, only voice was there. So that voice wants once again that please answer my questions and start drinking the water. So then after hearing to that voice, Yudhishthira identified that this is none other than Yaksha. So Yaksha means he is a person who is a divine, semi-divine creature. Okay. So what happens once again when this Yaksha asks the question, once like this, Yudhishthira tells that yes, I am ready to answer all your questions. You can start asking the questions one by one. So now my dear children, please try to observe and try to understand this each and every question of Yaksha asked by Yaksha and the answers given by Yudhishthira. So I will go inside the deeper part of these questions and answers, because it helps for your life also, because this is the life lesson that which you can learn from this story. Okay. So the first question he asks was, what makes sun shine every day? So Yaksha asks the first question, what makes sun shine every day? So the Yudhishthira answers that the power of God is the reason why sun is shining every day. I hope you might understand, my dear friends, my dear children. ಯಾವುದರ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ದಿನ ಹೊಳಿತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ಭಗವಂತನ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಹೊಳಿತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ. ಅರ್ಥಾತ್ ನಾವು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಬೆಳಕು ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ತರಹದ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರ ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಆಹಾರ ಬರುವುದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ. ಆ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಬೆಳೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗುವುದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯನಿಂದ. ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಓದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಪವರ್ because of that power of God, sun is shining, and because of that sunshine itself, we all people are surviving today. So please always try to understand this. We all are doing the works, the greatest works, whatever that we are doing, because of it is because of the power of God. So always try to be a disciple of the God, or you always try to bow down in front of the God, because without God we cannot do anything. Okay, this is the first question and the first answer, and you have to implement this, you have to inculcate this in your life. This is the first lesson, life lesson, I'm telling that. Okay, so the next question what he asks, what rescues a man in danger? This was the question asked by Yaksha. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದ ಪಾರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕರೇಜ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ. ಸೊ ಎಸ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಮುನ್ನುಗ್ಗಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಧೈರ್ಯ ಒಂದೇ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದ ಪಾರು ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿದೆಯೇ ಹೊರತು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಸಹ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬಿ ಕರೇಜಿಯಸ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. Whatever may be the situations in your life, always be courageous, and with courage itself we can achieve something in our life. Something great we can achieve with only the courage that we have in our hearts. Okay, so this is the second lesson, or life lesson, always be courageous. So the third question was, what is more nobly sustaining than the earth? So ಯಾವುದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಮದರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಮದರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ನೋಬ್ಲಿ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಭೂಮಿ ತಾಯಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾಳೋ, ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಸಹ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹನಿ ನೀರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಬರಲಾರ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ನಡೆಯುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ತಾಯಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ನವಮಾಸಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ 9 ತಿಂಗಳು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ತರಹದ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಊಟವನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆಕೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಊಟವನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮದರ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಯುವರ್ ಮದರ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. She is father and mother are the live gods, my dear friends, live gods, because we have never seen the God lively, right? But the father and mother are our father and mother is itself the creation of the God, and they are the God for we people. So please always try to respect father and mother every day. Take their blessings and always try to follow their words. So this is the third life lesson that we can learn from this particular question and answer session of Yaksha and Yudhishthira. So next, the question asked by Yaksha was, what is faster than mind? What is faster than wind? So ಯಾವುದು ಗಾಳಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಓಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷ. So the answer given by Yudhishthira was mind, right? So I hope you people can understand. So mind is very powerful. Even though you are sitting here, your mind revolves, your mind wanders everywhere. Your mind goes to America within a fraction of second, right? So more faster than wind, the power which is available in this world is mind. So wind, how it travels fast, no? More than that, this mind travels in the faster rate. So always try to capture this mind, my dear friends, because this mind is the only power. If you can control, if you can hold your mind, you can achieve anything in this world. So for that, try to do yoga, pranayama and meditation every day. This is the fourth lesson that I would like to tell you. Yoga, pranayama and meditation will always help you to control and have a building capacity of this mind. So you can control your mind, you can hold your mind, and you can create anything that you want in your life. So this is the fourth lesson that which we can learn, life lesson from this particular Yaksha and Yudhishthira conversation. So now if we go for the next question, he asks, what befriends a traveler? ಸೊ ಯಾರು ನಮಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪ್ರಯಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ವಾಸ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಎಸ್, ಯಾರು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. So always in your life try to travel more. So travel means what? Simply not traveling simply here and there wandering, but you must try to be aware, you must try to keep your consciousness, and you must try to learn the lessons. Whenever you are traveling somewhere, you have to see, look around, and you can learn so many lessons there. You can see the people and you can learn so many lessons. So traveling helps you to learn so many things in your life. So this is what the fifth lesson that we can learn from this particular conversation. So next question that he asks, who is the friend of the one who stays in home? So ಯಾರು ನಮಗೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಗೆಳೆಯರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ವಾಸ್ ದ ವೈಫ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಗು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೇ, ಇವತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲೂ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹುಡುಗಿರು ಹೆಂಡತಿಯರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹುಡುಗಿರಿಗೆ ಹುಡುಗರು ಗಂಡನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ ಗಂಡ, ಗಂಡನಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಎವರ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ನೌ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಲಾಫಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, but even though I should tell, this is the life, it always goes on changing. So whenever you feel that like nobody is with you at that time, in your future, your wife or your husband will be your best friend to share everything and anything. Okay, so but come right now to the chapter. When the time comes, you will get your wife also or your husband also. Okay. The next question asked by Yaksha was, who accompanies a man in death? So who accompanies a man in death? ಸತ್ತ ನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? So the very beautiful answer given by Yudhishthira was dharma. So the righteousness, the perfection level, that how we work in our life, and if we do something good for the others, that is dharma. So that dharma alone comes in our solitary journey. This is the answer given by Yudhishthira. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ನಾವು ಸತ್ತ ನಂತರ ಯಾವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸತ್ತ ನಂತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ತಾಯಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಹೆಂಡತಿ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ಯಾರೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನು? ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಆಚರಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಧರ್ಮಯುಕ್ತವಾದಂತಹ ಧರ್ಮವೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯನ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ನಡತೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್, ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಡೂ ಗುಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ, for your friends, for your father and mother, for your neighbors, for the whole society, for the whole country, for the whole world. You should do something good. That is what the dharma is all about. Okay, so this is the sixth lesson that life lesson we can learn from this particular chapter, particular conversation. So next question he asks, which is the biggest vessel? So ಯಾವುದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವಾದ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ, ದ ಅರ್ತ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತೇ ಎಂತಹ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಅದು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತು, ಭೂಮಂಡಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಣ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಮಗನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವೇನೋ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶರೀರ, ಬಾಡಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೆ, ಇಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ ಟೈನಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆಮ್ ಐ ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಅರ್ತ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು do something good for this earth, something good for this environment, to save this environment, plant trees, save the water, conserve the water. So many things that you can do for this earth also. Okay, because this is the earth where we are staying and we are surviving today. So we have to take care of this earth. So this is the life lesson that we can learn from this particular conversation once again. So the next question once again he asks, what is happiness? ಅಂದರೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ತರಹದ ತಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಂತೋಷ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆನಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್. Happiness means not money, my dear children. Happiness means not something getting a bike or something getting cycle or something getting of something is never happiness. And even though if it is a happiness, it is a very short lived happiness. But real happiness you feel when you do something good for the others. If you have good conduct, if you can lead your life with the principles, and if you can do something for the society, if somebody else is happy because of your birth, then your life really it goes in happiness, my dear children. So always try to follow this path. Always try to do good for the others. Okay, this brings you the real happiness. So the next question, what is that abandoning which a man becomes loved by all? ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸುವುದರಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾತ್ರನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೈಡ್. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಬಂಡನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೈಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅರೋಗೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅರೋಗೆಂಟ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅರೋಗೆಂಟ್, will we be loved by somebody else? Otherwise you just think like this also, if somebody is showing arrogance in front of you, do you love that person? No, right? Like the same way, if you are arrogant, if somebody in front of somebody, that person will love you. Yes, he will love you or not? No, right? So like the same way, always try to follow this, my dear children. Never be arrogant, never show the pride, always be a humble person, always try to be down to earth. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಹಂಕಾರವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುವುದನ್ನು ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಬಗ್ಗಿ ನಡಿಬೇಕು, ಕಿರಿಯರನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವಂತಹ ಗುಣ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ, ಅಹಂಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳೆದು ಹೋದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು ಇದೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಕಮ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಜಾಯ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಾರೋ? ಸೊ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಸಂತೋಷ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ದುಃಖ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಗರ್. ಎಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸಾರೋ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಆ ಸಿಟ್ಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಿಡುವುದರಿಂದ, ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ದುಃಖನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ಸಂತೋಷ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುವುದನ್ನೇ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಂತೋಷವೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ದುಃಖ ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ದಿಸ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ನೆವರ್ ಬಿ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ ಆನ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್, ನೆವರ್ ಬಿ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ ಆನ್ ಎನಿ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್, ನೆವರ್ ಬಿ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ ಆನ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ angriness never gains you anything. It always brings sorrow and it always helps you to lose everything. So never be angry on anyone or anything or any situations. So the next question asked by Yaksha was, what is that by giving up which a man becomes wealthy? So ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವುದರಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ವೆಲ್ದಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡುವುದರಿಂದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ವೆಲ್ದಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಂಪತ್ತು ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಸೊ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ. ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವಾಸ್ desire. Yes, desire. That means if you leave the desire in this world, if you go on desiring, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, this is never ending, my dear children. This is never ending. So whatever you get, you be happy in that, but always try to desire to do good for the others and never think about yourself that I want this, I want that, I want this. No, of course you have to have very minimum basic desires, like having food is a basic desire because of our survival. Like these type of desires, it's okay, but never desire for such things like I want car, I want bungalow, I want that, this. It is never ending, my dear children. So always try to give something for the society. Everything will come to you, bungalow will come to you, car will come to you, everything will come to you. But if you are ready to give everything to the society, then everything will come to you. If you are not ready to give, nothing will come to you. If you expect also, you will never get anything. So always try to find this. ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಡಿ, ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗತ ಅಭಿಲಾಷೆಯ ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವೇನೋ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂತಹ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರಿಸ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅ ರಿಯಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿನ್? ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಬರ್ತ್, ಗುಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್? ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇವನು ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇವನು ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇವನು ಲಿಂಗಾಯತರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಜಾತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಷ್ಟೇ, ಭಗವಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಯಾರು? ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಉನ್ನತವಾದ ಶ್ರೇಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿನ್. ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ವೈಸ್, who can learn and who has good conduct in his life, good habits in his life, he is a real Brahman. The answer given by Yaksha, my dear children. ಹೌದು, ಯಾರು ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಯಕ್ಷನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರನ ಉತ್ತರ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಯಾರು ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ತಾನೋ, ಅರಿವು ಬಂದಿದೆಯೋ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೀತಿಯ ನಡತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಉಳ್ಳವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೋ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸನ್ನಡತೆ ಉಳ್ಳವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೋ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೋ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಅವನೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಂತ ಯಕ್ಷನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಉತ್ತರ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆತನಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಚಟಗಳು ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆತ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣನಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಒಬ್ಬ ಕೆಳಜಾತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಶೂದ್ರ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಂತಾರೆ ನಾವು ಹರಿಜನರು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನಂತೇವೆ, ಅಂತಹ ಜಾತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇರಲಿ, ಆದರೆ ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಗುಣ ಇದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಿದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವನೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ. ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಆರ್ ಅ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬರ್ತ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. ಹುಟ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಕೇವಲ ಹುಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೋ ಅವನೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ, ಅವನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಜಾತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆವರ್ ಬೈಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ caste, my dear friends, because caste is just the thing which we had made in this world. Literally caste was never there in India. So that is a different topic, we will discuss about that in any other video. But the thing that you should understand is, never discriminate any person on the basis of the caste. Only always try to understand that a wise man is always a Brahmin. If a person is there, he may be irrelevant of his caste. If he is wise, if he is doing something good for the society and he has good habits in his mind or his heart, then he is a real Brahmin. Okay, so this is what we have to understand. So like the same way, so many questions were asked by Yaksha and so many answers were asked by and the last question I forgot that to tell. So what is the greatest wonder in the world is the question asked by Yaksha. Every day man see creatures depart to Yama's abode, and yet those who remain seek to live forever. This verily is the greatest wonder. This is the answer was given by Yudhishthira. So very simple, that he is telling that Yaksha is asking the question that what is really surprising, ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ತುಂಬ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷನಿಗೆ, ಯಾರು ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರನಿಗೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅದರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಅಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಮ. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜನ ಸಾಯುವುದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರು ಬಸವ ಲಿಂಗಾಯ ನಮಃ ಅಂತ ಬಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣವನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಸತ್ತ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸ್ಮಶಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಸಾಯ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. ಆದರೂ ಸಹ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊತೇವೆ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿ ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯಕರವಾದ ಸಂಗತಿ ಅಂತ ಯುಧಿಷ್ಠಿರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಕ್ಷನಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ Yudhishthira and Yaksha. So after this conversation, the story continues. After this conversation, Yudhishthira, Yaksha asks that, very good, you have answered all my questions. Now you can drink the water also, and I will give you one boon that you can. 4 of your brothers have already passed away. So you will get a boon that you can make any one of your brother to come back to the life once again. On that time, Yudhishthira asks to Nakula to come back to the life once again. Let him be alive once again. So Yaksha asked that why you did not select Arjuna or Bhima, because they were your real brothers, your brothers who were the sons of Kunti itself, but instead of that, those two, why you selected Nakula? Dharmaraya, Yudhishthira answers that I selected Nakula because my father Pandu Raja had two wives, that was Kunti and Madri, and I am the son of Kunti, Yudhishthira, I am alive. So the son of Madri is, nobody is alive, because the sons of Madri were Nakula and Sahadeva. So nobody, those two were not alive. So I want Nakula to come back to the life once again. He asks this boon. So because of this, particularly this answer, Yaksha was pleased and happy for the answers given by the Yudhishthira, and also the boon that he asked was very wonderful, that he did the justice for Madri also. So because of that reason, Yaksha blessed all the four of brothers to come back to the life once again, and all the four brothers, they woke up and Yaksha blessed them and he went away. And here what happened at the end of the story, they drank the water, they took in the water in the quiver, and they went back to Draupadi and they gave water to her also, and after that they started spending their life once again as usual in the forest again. So this is what the story is all about, my dear children. I hope I have taken most of your time to explain this, because I wanted to explain this not only as a chapter for the sake of only examination point of view, but I wanted to explain this chapter for you people to understand this and to inculcate this in your life to achieve the greatest things, my dear friends. I hope you have learnt so many things by this chapter. So once again we will meet in the next chapter, my dear friends. Till that, I love you all. Thank you very much. Dhanyawadaha.